Welcome back. We are about to head home, and I have unfortunately left a little bit later than I should have, and I am not good at night driving, so we are going to find out how well the SupaCruz helps with night driving. Got on my glasses, and it is dusk, so it's not really dark yet, or I really would not be driving, but here we go. We're going to get home. I'm putting on the adjustable cruise control. Apparently I just set it to 103. Let me fix that. That was crazy. Alright, SupaCruz, you're in control. Let me get the speed limit correct. Now, I don't think you can see the heads-up display on the windshield, but tonight I can see it so much better than I can ever see it during the day. So I'm going to give you a little more description. What I can see is that it shows me on the left that it is on SupaCruz, and then the next one over says it's set at 70, which is the speed limit. It also on the very far right in a square box shows 70, which is showing me that that's what the speed limit is for this road. And then down below it is showing 70 miles per hour, which the car is actually going 70 miles per hour. There was something else that was beside that 70 up above on the SupaCruz, but now it's gone, so I'm not sure what that was, but I'll describe that a little bit later. My SupaCruz is green across my steering wheel. That is lit up on the top of the steering wheel, which means SupaCruz is on. I know it that way. I know it's on because the green steering wheel light is on in the dashboard. And also there is a green 70 with an arc across the top of it that is green. Again, that's saying you're on SupaCruz. So we are SupaCruzin. I'm very thankful that we are. I believe this is also set on automatic lane change. So we may see some changes in lane. I don't know. Since I'm going the speed limit, we're just going to be lucky not to be run over on a Saturday night. So, well, let's see what happens. It's around 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Crazy yet. People are still going out to dinner, not quite drunk yet, so we shouldn't see too much craziness, but you never know. It is Dallas. We're down to 69, 68. Okay, my rear end just buzzed and told me that we were changing lanes, so Domino's truck, you're not going fast enough. They're not going to deliver on time. Alright, we got this guy. He's going to weave in between us. SupaCruz was perfectly happy with that. Didn't do a thing, just let them go. And then they went on over to the very far left lane, and away they went. Sorry, Domino's, I actually really like your food, but you're probably supposed to drive slower. I don't know what the truck speed limit is. Alright, now we'll see if it moves back over or if it keeps us in this lane. My experience has been it really loves moving us over to the left, which in Texas you don't ever want to be in the I'm going to shoot you left lane. People who drive in that lane tend to want to drive really fast, and if you don't, they might shoot you. So welcome to Texas. Stay out of that lane unless you really face and you would believe them. So this is just a really smooth ride. I'm driving in a 2024 GMC Acadia. This is an AT4, which means I've got 20-inch tires, which I understand are a little more comfortable of a ride. I am in all-wheel drive. I actually am driving in two-wheel drive just to save on some gas because I'm cheap. But from what I understand, if you go into four-wheel drive, it's even smoother of a ride, and that this thing can just drive over anything. I personally am not going to go anywhere that I couldn't possibly walk out with my crutches, which is pretty much a handicapped parking spot. So I'm probably not going to test that, but it sounds like this is a pretty incredible vehicle. That is not the channel that this is, but this is definitely a comfortable vehicle. The seat is great. This seat has, I think, eight different ways to adjust it. So every time one of my legs wants to go to sleep, I'm able to move it around, pump up some air on the bottom or the top part, and give myself some options, as well as moving it forward, backwards, all sorts of ways. So that helps a lot in keeping your legs from going to sleep while you're driving, especially on a long drive. Always remember, you want to keep yourself facing forward. That camera is watching your face, and if you look away too long, adjusting things like your seat or looking at the many buttons on this amazing vehicle, you are going to end up with it turning the SupaCruz off. So keep yourself alert. You're supposed to be watching the road and not playing with this fabulous vehicle. So pay attention. Right now, I know, like I said, this is a pretty boring ride, but boring can be good because that means you're safe. And I am driving home at a time of night, which can be kind of nerve-wracking for me because at my night vision, I'm wanting to get home before it gets dark. I waited a little too late to leave, and that was really stupid on my part, so I'm really just wanting to get home and make sure I get home safe. And I am very grateful for this vehicle and the SupaCruz. My SupaCruz, it is keeping me safe. It's doing the driving for me. Okay, it's buzzing on my right side, and so it's saying it's going to move me over to the right lane. Not sure why, but there's some reason that it felt like it needed to do a lane change. We'll see up here. But I trust it knows what it's doing. So far, I felt like it's done a pretty great job. I've only had one time where I felt like it was doing something a little off kilter for me so far. I was going off of 121 on the off of the Dallas toll road onto 121 Sam Rayburn, and was on that exit ramp, and the car was still showing the SupaCruz was in control. I had my hands over the wheel, and as we got closer to where it went north or south, still showing green, the car all of a sudden seemed to veer kind of left and right, like it didn't know which way to go. And I felt like it would have driven me right into the barrier, which is over a really high area, over a bridge. So I took over and took a left and went the way I wanted to go. So you do want to be paying attention and not assuming it's just going to do exactly what it should do all the time. It does every now and then get a little confused. It's still a learning technology, but it is wonderful to be able to drive a long distance and have something that gives you a break from all of the constant moving back and forth with your feet, especially if you have trouble with mobility like I do. I can get my feet back and forth from the brake to the gas, no problem, but it's just doing it constantly is very wearing for me. So if I can keep from having to do that a lot, then I can go a longer distance. This gives me that freedom. Now I am getting closer to my exit, and I've got a car coming up on my side right about the time I need to start moving over. But I'm going to let them come up, and then I'm going to put my blinker on. Hopefully that will tell them scoot on. Oh good, so SupaCruz is going to slow down for me. That was so smart of you, SupaCruz. Thank you. We're going to come over one more. Even though SupaCruz doesn't want to. Alright, come on, SupaCruz. Let's go over. It really does not like this idea. Okay, come on. No, it really does not want to go over. It is not wanting to let me. Let's go to the right. I'm going to have to make it go right. This is our exit. Okay, finally it let me come over. It fought me hard. The automatic lane change, it did not want to do this. So now we're going to come over one more lane. I don't know if it's going to, it won't do it. Since this is an exit, it doesn't like that idea. So we are going to put on the brake. We're coming off of SupaCruz, and our adventure is coming to an end for tonight. So you've seen how whenever it's dusk and maybe a little harder to see at night, how you can get some extra help. I appreciate your time, and I am going to pull over and let someone else get me home. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you again on our next adventure. Thank you.